Welcome to our latest Wandering Walks of Wonder Walking Tour. Today we're headed to Old Colorado City in Colorado Springs, Colorado. In May 1859, the Colorado City Town Company laid claim to a 2-square-mile tract of land that would later become Colorado City. Situated at the junction of Fountain and Camp Creeks, the town was officially founded on August 13, 1859, marking it as the first settlement in the Pikes Peak region. The town's founders, Melanchthon, I hope I get that right, Beach, Anthony Bott, George Butte, and Rufus Cable envisioned Colorado City as a crucial supply center for the growing gold mines in South Park and along the Blue River, where significant strikes had recently occurred during the Pikes Peak Gold Rush. Its strategic location near Ute Pass, the primary route to the western gold mines, further cemented its importance. By 1859, Colorado City lay within the westernmost reaches of Kansas Territory. Later that year, on October 24, 1859, the area became part of the Jefferson Territory. By 1861, over 300 cabins had been constructed in Colorado City, housing a diverse population that included ranchers, farmers, freighters, and outfitters catering to gold prospectors. The Colorado Territory was established in 1861. Initially designated as the Territorial capital, Colorado City held that status until August 14, 1862, encompassing just one legislative session. However, in practice, it only served as the capital for 5 days. When the Second Territory Legislature convened in Colorado City in July of 1862, they found the log cabin meeting space on Colorado Avenue too small for their needs. As a result, they voted to adjourn on July 11th and reconvene in Denver on July the 16th. Shortly thereafter, the capital was officially moved to Golden, Colorado. El Paso County was formed in 1861, with Colorado City serving as its county seat until 1873, when the courthouse was relocated to Colorado Springs. During its first 2 decades, Colorado City's population actually declined as many residents chose to farm or ranch outside the town limits. The anticipated influx of travelers never materialized, as most chose to pass through Denver due to ongoing skirmishes with Native Americans along the Arkansas River. Instead of becoming a major trade hub, Colorado City gained reputation as a, quote, watering hole, with numerous saloons lining the south side of Colorado Avenue. The upper floors of these saloons house gambling rooms and brothels, with additional brothels operating behind them on another street. A network of underground tunnels beneath Colorado Avenue allowed discreet access to these establishments. Beyond saloons and brothels, the town also had opium dens in its early years. When William Jackson Palmer founded Colorado Springs, he banned alcohol within its borders in direct response to the vice-ridden reputation of nearby Colorado City. Despite attempts to regulate such businesses, including ordinances passed in 1896 prohibiting prostitution, opium dens, and dance halls, brothels continued to operate. By 1908 or 1909, the town's mayor warned prostitutes to leave, but much of the red light district was ultimately destroyed by 2 separate fires in later years. Additional fires between 1902 and 1909 further damaged Saloon Row and the surrounding district. Liquor was officially outlawed in Colorado City in 1916, and persistent pressure to close the remaining brothels continued until the town was annexed by Colorado Springs in 1917. At that time, at least one well-known madam, Laura Bell McDaniel, was arrested. Years later, in 1933, following the repeal of Prohibition, Colorado Springs finally lifted its ban on the sale and consumption of alcohol. Coal mining in Colorado Springs began in 1859, and at its peak, the industry boasted 50 mines, primarily concentrated in the Rock Rimmon and Cragmore, Colorado Springs Country Club area. Many mine workers resided on the west side of town, particularly here in Old Colorado City, while investors and mine owners lived in the more affluent Old North End part of town. Several key trails and roads connected Colorado City to surrounding regions. A toll road linked the town northeastward with the Overland's 1865 Dispatch Express route. Southward, a stage road, now Old Stage Road, passed through South Cheyenne's Creek to Cripple Creek. Another carriage road wound through North and South Cheyenne canyons, while the Ute Pass Wagon Road provided a key westward route. Additionally, the North-South Cherokee Trail, which included the Jimmy Camp Trail, ran near the Goodnight Loving Trail. Trappers and explorers had used the Jimmy Camp Trail as part of the Trappers Trail since as far back as 1820, which connected Fort Laramie with Trading Post in Pueblo County, Bent's Old Fort, as well as Taos, New Mexico. The arrival of the Colorado Midland Railroad in 1883 spurred industrial and population growth here in Colorado City. The town became home to the railroad's operating and administrative headquarters, attracting businesses that relied on convenient rail access. Industries that flourished including ore processing mills, Ute Pass Paint Factory, Colorado City Glass Works, and Hassel Iron Works. Commercial activity also expanded along the north side of Colorado Avenue, where banks, restaurants, rooming houses, offices, and meeting halls supporting the growth of the workforce, which also included railroad employees. Many of these buildings that we see here were around at that time. A lot are a little bit newer, but this is the street where the main commercial activity took place, Colorado Avenue. The Cripple Creek gold rush of the 1890s brought prosperity to Colorado City, as gold ore from Cripple Creek was transported there for processing. Prospectors also flocked to the town for supplies and entertainment. By the early 1900s, Colorado City had become a significant processing center with 4 ore mills operating before 1912. However, the Golden Cycle Mill, which had a superior reduction process, eventually overcompeted the others, leading to their closure by 1912. Colorado City was also a focal point of labor unrest. In 1903, a workers' strike in the town spread to Cripple Creek, escalating into the broader Colorado labor wars. By the 1910s, declining demand for railroad services and ore processing led to an economic downturn in the city. Parts of Old Colorado City were annexed in 1898, but full incorporation into Colorado Springs didn't take place until 1917. The area originally became known as West Colorado Springs, or as people referred to it at the time, the West Side. Since the mid-1970s, Old Colorado City has been the focus of both private and public revitalization efforts aimed at preserving its historical character. These efforts have included burying utility wires, enhancing the landscape, and restoring the architectural integrity of the buildings. Many structures have been repainted in colors that were very typical of the early 20th century, and modern signage has been replaced or moved, as well as original architectural details having been uncovered during the restoration processes. In 1982, the Old Colorado Historic Commercial District was added to the National Register of Historic Places. This district encompasses about 27 different buildings that we see along this route here along Colorado Avenue. Many of these buildings are simple one-story buildings or frame or brick structures. A later wave of construction in Old Colorado City included Western Victoria as well as turn of the century commercial buildings, which feature Queen Anne, Romanesque revival, as well as Italianate architectural style buildings.
Actually, I pass that cafe every single day on my way to work. So that's why
I hope you've enjoyed this Wandering Walks of Wonder tour here in Old Colorado Springs, Colorado, in the city of Colorado Springs. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we will see you on our next Wandering Walks of Wonder walking tour. Take care now. Bye-bye.